Hi there and welcome to another Parker Adams Boat Sales video walkthrough. I'm down today on quite a cold and chilly morning down at Universal Marina on the Hamble, and just behind me I have a Ray Sundancer 265. Now this is a 2016 boat, but I kid you not, you would not be surprised if I told you that this boat was brand new. I have not been on a used boat that we've been selling which has been presented in such an absolutely immaculate way. If you just come from the boat show and this was the demo boat, you'd believe me. So I'm really excited to show you this boat, to show you everything that this boat has to offer. It's powered by a bit of a monster engine as well. It's got a 6.2 litre Mercury inboard petrol engine. It goes absolutely fantastically, but the boat is built to some really high standards, and it's lovely to show you around a Sea Ray and a modern Sea Ray. A lot of people associate Sea Rays with the older boats, loads and loads of Sea Rays, very popular cruisers, but I've not been on one of the newer generation Sea Rays, and I have to say I'm massively impressed. The quality of the fit out, the quality of the finish is really fantastic. So let's carry on and have a look around the boat. So let's start off on the bow. As a boat which is finished to this quality, as you'd expect, you have a lovely stainless steel anchor. So it's a really beautiful anchor. It's also got a keepsake on it there, so that's really nice to keep the anchor in case anything were to fail with the electric windlass. Then the anchor is nicely protected from going underneath the boat. You've got a nice stanchion here, quite nice if you wanted to moor this side too. Perhaps you're on a short pontoon and you wanted to get access onto the front of the boat. You've got a good easy handhold there to step onto the boat there, so that's nice to see straight away. The lighting, you've got twin nav lights at the front, and then you've got anchor controls which are based, they're foot anchor controls, so the anchor can be controlled either from the feet here or from inside the cabin, so one person can control the anchor. Okay, so let's walk down the side of the boat. The boat is presented with a really nice, it's a sort of yellowy beige colour on the hull, and they've also recently had new covers which have complemented that colour scheme. The covers, I always go on about them. JB Yacht Services did these covers as well. We seem to just be following JB around on his boats, but I know he does a lot of covers. But these again are absolutely beautiful, incredibly tight. And as you walk down the boat, you'll see it's very popular on a lot of big boats now. You see this on a lot of Princesses where they cut out the side and have lots of windows here. It's a great thing to do because what you do is just allow more and more light into the cabin area. A few years ago, all you had to provide light into a cabin was very small portholes and perhaps a hatch in the middle. But a boat like this now, modern boat, has got loads of light down the side, big hatch here, and then also on the top you'll notice two skylights. So again, these let a really nice amount of light into the boat. So as we keep walking down, you can see that everything is presented in beautiful condition. All of the seals around the window are all totally intact. There's no marks on the window. In fact, I'd struggle to see any marks on this boat whatsoever. The covers complement the hull really nicely. It's got a slight pattern to it. If we zoom in on the covers here, you can just see there's quite a nice pattern weave on the cover there, which gives it a bit of texture. You've got a cleat here at a really nice place. The nice thing about this cleat here is that you are able to put your hand over from the driving position and you could keep a midships line on there. So it would be possible for you to do the lasso technique onto a pontoon if you were single-handed, just using that cleat down onto the pontoon. The boat is fitted with a vacuum flush toilet, and the waste discharge is just here, and then your water tank fill up is here as well. Something I really like about the boat as well is the side access. I bang on about this a lot, but it's so important how you get access to the boats. A lot of boats have a bathing platform that you have quite a big step over, but on this one you can just step straight on. It's a really nice extended platform which gives a lot of length there, and if you wanted to have a small tender or something like that on the back, then you could easily store it there. Mains power is just supplied there, which is nice and easy to get to. And then as we walk on board the boat, you've got side access to get into the cockpit area here, and then you've also got a shower, a really nice stainless steel cover here hiding a transom shower which is both hot and cold water. As we step on board the boat now, the boat has got really beautiful condition cockpit carpets here. Probably the only extra I would consider adding to this boat is it would be quite nice if this boat had the flexi teak installed. That's probably the only thing that I would suggest as a potential upgrade, because apart from that, this boat has absolutely everything else. The teak table is a really, again, lovely design. It's just the highest quality. Everything looks absolutely beautiful. The table has got one of these clever designs where you've got loads of space to walk around the cockpit area here, but you can also just lift that up there and present an immaculate, beautiful table there with enough space to sit, I would say, 5 people around the table here, with the option here of sitting another person just on this side. So you're really getting 5 people around a dining table is a fantastic achievement on a boat that is just 26.7, so 27-foot boat with loads and loads of space. Clever use of cup holders here. This back bench seat has got 2 stainless steel cup holders either side. It's always nice to see cup holders on a boat. And then as we walk through, everything is nicely, generously proportioned. You've got a nice amount of space and this really big, comfortable seating area here. Now, I can imagine on a nice summer's day, putting your feet up here, you've got lots and lots of space. On the right-hand side, you can see a little hatch. Beautifully upholstered. I talk a lot in the videos about having a blend of, some people have Silvertex, some people have Diamante. Well, this has actually got both. So the lower band here is a Silvertex fabric. The upper band is the upper band is also Silvertex, and this middle bit here is Diamante. And you can see the diamond weave pattern just there. If you open this up, there you have all your battery controls, nicely hidden away. And again, some boats would have just left that hatch open, but instead you've got a nicely upholstered cover which keeps everything hidden away there. So that's all your battery isolator access there. If we just have a look underneath, just pop my shoes back on for now, I'll take them off again when I go down below. If we have a look inside here, let me just put the table back into its folded position. Inside this seat here hides a little secret. Now, most boats would have a locker under here, but in fact this boat has not only a locker, but it's also a refrigerated locker. So that whole area there acts as a brilliant cockpit cool box. So saving space from having a big unit here which might have a fridge in it, you've got a totally insulated fridge unit just in there. I'll pop that back on again. I should have pointed out, just as you probably noticed when you walked in, the speakers down here, they're very new Fusion speakers. They're LED lit as well, so they look absolutely fantastic. So let's move up here. So into the helm position. What you have in the helm position, you have a double helm position here, and you've got the really nice simple bolster design where you can lift the bolsters up, which allows more access into there. Now, from a helm position, what you have here is a nicely upgraded helm. So when the current owners bought the boat, they put on a new Garmin plotter. They much preferred the way that the Garmin system works. It's a personal preference, but this is very easy to use. This boat is also fitted with a bow thruster, one of those extras that everybody asks on a boat that's 26-27 foot, does it have a bow thruster? And it also has a Fusion sound system, and it's got this beautifully flush fitted head unit control here, which is also interfaced with NMEA 2000. So what that means in simple terms, and I hadn't seen this fitted before, is that you can actually display your speed or your depth on this display. So if you've got a chart showing here, you can just have your depth nicely showing here. So it's a nice little feature. And I wasn't aware that the Fusion units can do that. When we came on the boat yesterday, it was displaying the depth. All the controls are really nice. They're nice quality. You've got stainless steel hoops here to stop you accidentally knocking the switches on. Bilge blower, bilge pump, wiper, electric windlass. Everything that you need is here. And then of course you've got your trim cab controls and a couple of accessory buttons here. The dials all look very fresh. In fact, they look, well, everything about this boat looks brand new, but I love the fact the dials have got the fuel in there, the trim, the engine temperature, the oil pressure, all situated in these really nice modern style dials. And then you've got a little USB port here where you've got 2 charging sockets. The finish on this is really nice. It's a leather style across, which is quite unusual to see on a boat, and it just gives a really nice feeling of quality. And you've got a Raymarine VHF unit here as well. While talking about Raymarine, this boat was also fitted with AIS last year, which is again a lovely extra and something you wouldn't normally expect to find on a 27-foot boat. So everything that you can think of is nice and easy to hand. and your controls here for your engine perfectly positioned. So from an ergonomic point of view, I think this boat is absolutely fantastic. It's very easy to see how this would be a lovely boat to blast across the Solent, or indeed go further afield. And of course, 2 nice cup holders here, so you can have your beer when you're stationary, of course. In terms of storage areas, you've got more storage which is underneath. I'll just take this for a second. So just under here you have an additional storage area, so lots of cleaning products there, and in fact there's the AIS unit just nestled behind there. There's also a footrest down here, so if you wanted to be helming the boat and sitting perhaps on this bolster and with your feet nestled in there, again that's a really nice position to be in. So from the ergonomic point of view, I think this boat is absolutely fantastic, and it has some really nice, easy to access features around that helm area. So what I'm going to do now is pop those bolsters back down and let's go downstairs. It's a really nice homely environment downstairs. I'm quite excited to show you. So let's carry on downstairs. Let's slip my shoes off. Okay, so I'm now down in the main cabin area, and it's a really very nice place to be. It's got a really nice homely feel, but everything feels a really lovely quality. You've got this leather style upholstery. I don't think it's leather. I think it's a material called Dolce, which in fact I've got on my own boat, which is very soft. In fact, it's slightly warmer than leather. It feels really nice to touch. Up at the top, you've got fantastic cupboard. I'm trying to think of the word for a cupboard then. You've got fantastic cupboard space up here, little cupboard space here again. You could put books into here, and LED lighting which can be changed colour, which is all the way across the top, which gives this boat a really nice modern contemporary feel. There's another USB socket here, so important to have USB sockets. Everyone who takes laptops on board a boat, chargers, phone chargers, iPads, lots of power hungry items on boats now. If I swing around onto this side, in fact, it's good to point out these windows here. I love these windows. Just a really nice height there that when you're sitting down, you can look out, you can see people going past. It just adds a lot more light into the cabin. Of course, you've got the lighting from the top and also the lighting from the sides. Around here, you've got some nice touches here, nice attention to detail where you've got some upholstered areas. Everything is just built really nicely. And you've got a television which is fitted up on the wall here. I'm just going to take the camera here and just spin around. And here you have a television, really neatly nestled up there. I can't see any cables, so when the TV is here, there's nothing hanging down, there's no cables going up into the ceiling. It's all just presented really nicely. You've got a skylight here. The skylight has got these ocean air blinds, so you can pull that across and that is a complete blackout, or you can pull this side across where you've got a mosquito net as well. So that's a really nice feature there, to be able to close that off as either having a mosquito option or totally closed down. This, of course, area turns into a double bed section. I'm not going to make that up for now, but it's really easy to do. Have a look at the photographs which are attached to the listing, and you'll see that we've made it up into the double bed. But in simple terms, there are 2 cushions which live just down there in the back area, and you just drop this piece down and then drop those 2 cushions onto the top, and that makes a really simple big double bed here. So if you didn't want to sleep at the back, you've got the option here as a double bed. So let me show you the heads. I mentioned earlier it's a vacuum flush toilet. It's really spacious in here. You can see it's set up to have a shower, so the head pulls off that and then pops up onto the bracket just up there. You've got a nice porthole for ventilation and also light all the way around there. You've got a nice LED light up here on the ceiling. Vacuum flush toilet, little cupboard in here to keep a loo roll and more cleaning products. As you can probably tell from the condition of this boat, cleaning products are a paramount importance for the owners on this boat. It is just breathtakingly brand new. I can't believe a 2016 boat presented in such a way is absolutely superb. So let's just close that up there. You can see a nice heater here, owners keeping the boat nice and warm during these winter months, and then a good sized double space here. We've got some cushions down here, so you've got the infill to make up the double bed at the top, and then also additional cushions which make up a sunbathing area at the back, which I'll show you in a moment. There's also sun blinds that go onto all of the covers. A little cubby hole at the back there, surrounded by wood, so lovely quality. All of the linings, as you would expect, absolutely immaculate. Your control system, your fusion radio just there. You've got a microwave. Then if I lift this up here, you have an electric hob, which has also got a alcohol option as well. So if you're not plugged into power, you've still got the option of having some nice warm drinks. Some boats have got a brushed stainless steel sink. In here we've got a highly polished stainless steel sink. Again, beautiful taps here. And if we work our way all the way down here, lots of light area. And here you have the fridge. So it's a nice Dometic fridge. Open that up, you've got some nice important water, bit of hydration in there. And close that up again. So that is the cabin space on this Sea Ray 268. I think you'll agree it is absolutely beautifully presented, really nice quality. Also I should draw your attention to this step. It's a lovely step here. You just step up into the cockpit area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up stairs. I'm going to go back upstairs now, and I'm just going to show you the way that the upper seating area converts into a sun lounging area. It's natty, it's easy to do, and it's quite a nice little feature of this boat. So I'll show you that now. Okay, so I'm back up in the cockpit area, and the reason for coming back up in here is to show you a really natty little design with the Sunpad area. So in order to drop this back here, because this back then makes up part of the Sunpad, you've got a really nice stainless steel catch here. You just lift that up and give this a little pull at the back, and you'll hear it just clicks down into position there, and that's now locked into position. And then this lovely table that I pointed out earlier has a little secret. It has a double hydraulic system on it. So if you just open that up, both of those, open the table up to its large position, and then just push down till it clicks once and clicks again, and then just lock those off. I like wearing a hat because you can't see my ball patch when I dive down. That's much better. So I might wear a hat all the time. So that's now in its low position there. And then you've got these two beautiful upholstered cushions that just pop into position there and slide in. Slip my shoes off again. And now you have a really, really nice sunbathing area, which I would say is well over 6 foot. I'm only about 5'10", but you can see there's loads of space there. And of course, in a lovely summer's night, you could even have a couple of friends who could sleep out here. So a really versatile area, natty little design there, and beautifully presented. So I'm going to put this back together and then just say a few closing words to finish off. So in terms of engine access on this boat, I mentioned earlier on that the boat is powered by a lovely 6.2 litre Mercury MerCruiser engine. Access to that engine is really, really easy to get to. Now it's not on a electric system in terms of the hydraulics, but actually it could be something else to go wrong. It's got a really nice hydraulic gas strut on it, and actually it's balanced absolutely beautifully. So all I need to do is, I've opened up that catch already, open up this additional catch here, put a little bit of weight on the top, and then it automatically starts to come up. The only thing to lift this up you need to do is just remove the electricity cable at the back, because that can catch, so that's been removed. And then I just take down the camera and show you. I'm sure you would probably be expecting this to be immaculate given the rest of the boat, and it really is. And you eat your dinner off that engine bay down there. You can see a couple of engine bay heaters there, again just keeping the temperature higher for the winter. And this lovely MerCruiser 6.2 litre engine, 300 horsepower. It's been well maintained, nicely serviced. You've got your calorifier tank down there, trim tab system. In fact, I should have mentioned the trim tabs were actually upgraded on this boat just last year. And then also you've got access to the holding tank, and then you've got the Macerator discharge tank just there as well. The bilge is absolutely pristine. There isn't even a hint of water in there. I've not mopped that out. I've not done anything. This is just a totally dry boat. The performance on this engine will be absolutely fantastic. We're going to be taking this boat out and doing some drone videos on it very shortly, but I'm expecting the boat to be performing way in excess of 35 knots. It's just a lovely, lovely engine. Also, that engine is all interfaced in with the chart plotter, so you have all of your controls on there as well, so you can see what your fuel flow is, or your engine hours. Everything is routed through the chart plotter. I'm a bit of a stickler for joining all the electronics together, so really I get quite excited when I see on a boat that's already been done. So that is, so if you just excuse the noise here, you've got a nice Hallberg Rassi just coming out of Universal Marina here. So that's it for the engine access. So as you can see, a beautiful engine bay, very, very nicely presented. So I'll crack on with the rest of the video. So I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough tour. As you will have known, we've presented some really, really beautiful boats in the last few years. But as a used boat, I don't think there is another boat which I've shown which is presented in such as new condition. The engine hours are also very low, only 160 hours. This boat, as I said earlier, if you said you just come from the Southampton Boat Show and this was the Sea Ray demo boat, this was the Sea Ray boat on the stand for the 265, you'd believe me. It's a current model, you can still order this boat, but this boat is presented with a huge saving on new, but from my point of view, you're basically getting a new boat. The way it's been presented is a real credit to the owners. So the Sea Ray 265, absolutely everything on this boat, beautifully upgraded from the chart plotter to the AIS, lovely Ray Marine VHF system as well. You've got LED lighting, you've got a fusion head unit, fusion Bluetooth controlled, you've got speakers, which again all nicely LED. So thanks so much for watching as always. Please do remember to like and subscribe to our channel. We love bringing you these walkthrough videos and we're excited to bring you the next one. So thank you so much again. The Sea Ray 265 available now from Parker Adams Boat Sales. It's been a pleasure bringing you this boat. Thanks so much for watching. All the best.